Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video, I'm here to film my update on my Partners in Cream project pan. This is a big collaboration project pan endeavor. So I will leave a link down below to all the people that are participating in the project, and there's also the hashtag that you can click on. If you do want to binge watch any project panning videos, then you can click on the hashtag. It'll take you over to where everyone's videos are. The premise of this challenge is to focus on cream products in your collection, because generally the cream products, they go bad quicker, they dry out, they harbor bacteria more than dry products, and they are harder to sanitize. So that's why this project is focusing on cream products. I have a bucket load of cream products in my collection that I'm trying to work on, get some use out of before they do go bad. So far since the start of this project for myself, I have been mainly focusing on hitting pan on my ColourPop Super Shock shadows because I have a lot of them. I've been doing really well on panning those so far. So without further ado, let's get on to the project. I'll let you know my progress and I will let you know if there's going to be any new products coming in this month. So the first two products that I haven't even had a chance to use this month. So it's my Nars Laguna liquid bronzer. I just keep forgetting about this one, and you would think that it wouldn't be that hard to use, but I just forget to use it before I apply my powder, and then by the time I apply my full face of powder, it's too far, I'm past the point of being able to use this, so I forget about it. And then I have been really enjoying my Fenty cream bronzers, so I've been grabbing for them left, right and center over this. But I really want to make an effort to try and get this one used, because I've had this in the project since the start of the year and I've barely used it. I'm really disappointed in myself. Same with this one. This is my Can Make Cream Cheek in the number 13. This is like a Barbie pink color. I've used this a few times this past month, but I'm still nowhere near hitting pan. And once again, I'm just a little bit annoyed at myself. I've been on like a blush craze at the moment. I've brought a few new cream blushes and powder blushes that I am in the process of like trying out and testing and playing with, so they've obviously been catching the majority of my time, and I've also really been trying to focus on the blush palette that's in my Pan That Palette series. So this one has been totally forgotten about, but I think I'm going to really try and make an effort to at least maybe apply this under my powder and then apply a powder product or something over the top and try and use it a bit more that way in the next month. And I guess we'll see how we go on that little challenge. Moving on, we have my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek, and once again I got some new highlighters this month, so I really wanted to focus on giving them a good test out and try, but there is still a really good dip in there. You can actually see it really quite well on camera now, and I feel like I'm so close to hitting pan on this that it's not funny. So hopefully at the next update we might be rolling this one out, because I do feel it, like I feel it in my bones that the pan is so close on this one, and hopefully we can get it done really quite soon. Okay, so those are my updates on those three. I do have 6 products in this project. The next 3 I have hit pan on, so I'm really excited about that. So the first one is my Australis Metallics eyeshadow in Guns and Rose Petals. I managed to hit pan on this one really quite quickly. I think it only took me like a month to hit pan on, probably because I was reaching for this quite a lot. I really liked how this looked on my eyes. There's been a few times in videos where you guys have really like commented on how my makeup looked, and a lot of the times I was wearing this on my eyelids as my like all over lid color. So I would typically, for videos, I would build it up quite a lot, like quite intensely, and have it really like bam and in your face, like really noticeable. But for work, I would just kind of like tap my finger in there like ever so slightly, and then instead of like smearing it across my lid, I would just like pat it down a little bit. And then if it was too intense, I would like wipe my finger off and then blend it out a little bit more. And it was really nice and natural, but it still had that kind of like rose goldy color. It drew the attention to my eyes, but it wasn't like super over the top like my eyes today where I'm wearing a lot of glitter. It was just really nice. It's just a really nice kind of subtle shimmer. So I like that fact. I like that aspect of this product, that it is buildable and you can have it to be like super duper intense, or you can kind of blend it out for it to be really nice and subtle. So really enjoyed this product. I am going to roll this one out though. For the time being, maybe later in the year you might see it back again in this project or in another project. We'll see what lies in the future for this little one. The next two are two ColourPop shadows. I have the Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter here in Stereo, and I also have the Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter in So Quiche. So the first one here is like a burgundy reddy kind of color. I've wore this a few times, but both of these I found that I went through them quite quickly because they were drying out. So just to kind of warm it up in my finger to apply to my eyelids so it wasn't flaking down quite a lot, I did have to like work my finger in there a little bit to kind of warm it up and get it going again. So that's why I managed to get through these ones pretty quickly. And then the one So Quiche, I did wear this to work a little bit because it was quite subtle. It came up as like a gray with a little bit of a kind of shift to it on my eyelids, and it did pair quite nicely with the shadows that I was focusing on last month in my Project Pan, my Pan That palette series. The colors that I was focusing on in those palettes, this paired really nicely with those ones, so that's why I managed to hit pan. I feel like I hit pan on these ones really quickly this month, so I'm kind of excited that I have finally been able to sit down and do this update so I can get some new products in my rotation to try and reach the goals on. Now for the rotating in products, the first one is a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow Matte in the color Mittens. I am really nervous to roll this one in because it is like a really rich chocolate brown, and normally with my Super Shock shadows, because they are a ultra glitter, I ordinarily don't like using my fingers to apply shadows, but that's the only way that I could really get them to apply nicely, was by using my fingers. As much as I hated doing it, it was really the only way that I could get it warmed up enough and able to apply enough to my lid for it to work. But I feel like I definitely can't use this with my fingers, because I would ordinarily use this like in my crease and blend it out. So I think that this is going to take me a little while to get through, just because it's like a really quite a deep intense brown. So we'll see how we go with this one, but I think this one might be in the project for a couple of months. This one's definitely going to be a challenge for me. And then I'm rolling in to Stila Magnificent Metals. This one's a glitter and glow, this one's a shimmer and glow. So this one here is in Kitten and this one here is in Embellished. Now these both, I just went through all of my Stila Magnificent Metals before filming this to try and pick out which ones I wanted to include in this project, and all of my minis are like bone dry, right? And it breaks my heart and I refuse to throw them out. I'm going to really try and get them to work for me. I really want to make it a priority to get some use out of these, because they do cost a fair bit of money. So I don't know. I probably, as much as I don't want to, I'm probably going to have to take the stopper out of some of these just to try and get in there with my spatula, and maybe some Matte Fix Plus or some Duraline, just to get them going, because a lot of these have a lot of buildup just here behind the stopper. So I think I'm going to have to take the stopper out, give them a good mix up with some form of mixing medium, and then hopefully after that they will be able to be used. This one in the middle is the Kitten, and then this one at the bottom is Embellished. And I think for the start, I think these both will be really good ones to pair on an everyday basis, like for work makeup. So I think I'll get through these ones pretty quickly. The Kitten one, I've already taken the stopper out and I've already previously included this in a project, so I don't think that this one will take me very long. Considering these are minis, I think I want to try and completely use them up before I roll in new ones, but we'll see how we go. I don't know, maybe I might get sick of them and roll in a different color or something like that, but we'll see how we go. I would really like to try and use all of my minis up, because like I said, they're pretty much all dried out, and I'm super disappointed because these minis, there seems to be some kind of like flaw with the packaging on these. I checked, most of my large ones are like fine, but the minis, they're like all bone dry, because I don't know, there just seems to be some kind of flaw with this packaging where the air gets into it and like the liquid evaporates or something like that. But that's my update on my Partners in Cream project pan. Rolling 3 out once again and rolling 3 in. I'm really happy with the progress that I'm making on this project. Let me know down in the comments box how you are going on your cream products. Are there any that are giving you trouble? Have your Steel and Magnificent Metals dried out? Because mine have, and it drives me mental. I actually will say that I have tried both the MAC Fix Plus and the DuraLine in the Steel and Magnificent Metals to like rehydrate them, and they both work quite well. I will say the DuraLine, I seem to have to, it seems to kind of evaporate quicker than the MAC Fix Plus, but the DuraLine holds on to the glitter a bit more. It's more of like a thicker texture, and in terms of longevity, I find that it is a little bit better, but I do find that I have to put more into these. It seems to, I don't know, like the glitter eats it up or something like that. Then the MAC Fix Plus I find lasts a little bit longer in these. I don't have to rehydrate them as much, but it doesn't have that, like, I don't know what the right word is, like it doesn't kind of make that paste as well as the DuraLine. So just a little tip for you guys to rehydrate these. If you guys have tried anything else and you found it more effective than the DuraLine or the MAC Fix Plus, please let me know down in the comments box so I know what works and what doesn't work. If you are still here and you enjoyed this project pan update, please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. If you are new around here and you want to stay motivated and up to date on all those projects, then I hope you'll consider subscribing down below. That's it for this video, beauties. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're staying safe and healthy and looking after yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.